All-Star Saturday Night continues on TNT.
Our Saturday night festivities continue on TNT. We've made a move from Madison Square Garden to virtual land, the Turner Arena. Ernie Johnson and Cheryl Miller back at you to explain the ins and the outs of two-ball. This is back to basics basketball, fundamentals, passing, dribbling, shooting.
Yeah, but more importantly, it is definitely teamwork.
Yes, it is, and we have 8 teams.
Yes.
2 players on each team. The perfect mix of the WNBA and the NBA. If you got a Laker.
You have a Spark.
If you've got a Utah Jazz.
You have the Stars.
If you've got a Charlotte Hornet.
You have a Sting.
If you have a Phoenix Sun.
You have the Mercury.
And you should know about them because you were the coach of the Phoenix Mercury.
It comes easy.
So I think you got the idea. NBA, WNBA player teaming up in two-ball. Now, you can't just go out and freely two-ball. You have to have some rules.
Gotta have some regulation.
You gotta stay within the rules. 60-second shot clock. That applies to all the teams. And also, you gotta shoot from all 7 spots on the floor. We'll show you those in just a second. A maximum of 2 layups. This can't be too easy. You just don't want to be shooting bunnies the whole time. Exactly. Now, you have to alternate shots. You shoot, I shoot. You shoot, I shoot. That is called alternating shots. 10-point bonus for scoring from all 7 spots on the floor. And there's a 1-point penalty for moving violation. You can't travel. You can't be called for double dribble. You will be penalized for that.
Makes sense.
Okay, so what is the floor going to look like for two-ball? Glad you asked. Look at the spots on the floor here, all of different point values. And it gets easy kind of here in the paint, because underneath, just a 2-pointer. I can make that.
You got a little more range than that, EJ.
I can probably hit that little 3-pointer, or perhaps the 4-pointer, the foul line jumper.
Regular at the free throw line. You can handle that.
But then you have to be a Cheryl Miller to hit from farther outside. For instance, out here you got a 7-pointer, which is no easy feat, and a 5-pointer just outside the elbow. Those are a little tougher.
They're a little tougher, but show me the range.
Well, we have to walk over here.
All right.
And be careful. You don't want to step on any of these expensive markers
There we go.
over here. Now, we have 6 and 8 points remaining to be seen. 6-pointer, back there, baseline jumper.
That's tough.
Tough shot. And how about a 3-pointer? Actually, it's an 8-pointer, but it looks like a 3-pointer from out here, 22 feet 9 inches. Now, is there strategy that goes into this, Cheryl?
Well, Ernie, there are some that will say, you know what? Try to make all 7 shots so you can get the 10-point bonus. And then there's others that say, you know what? Let's go for the big score. Forget if you don't make all the 7 or shoot from all the 7 spots. You get penalized 10 points. Hey, the bottom line is make sure you're stroking the jumper.
You know what? I think you and I would have made a great team in two-ball.
Oh, no question.
If you could hold up your end of the bargain and actually hit a jumper or 2.
That might be tough.
That is two-ball, making its debut this All-Star weekend. That's a pretty good explanation for it, I think. And that's it from the virtual studio. Let us head down the street from Times Square back to Madison Square Garden.
And thanks to the magic of virtual technology, we welcome Cheryl Miller. This is the, let's see, this is the real Cheryl Miller.
Quickness. Quickness.
Cheryl Miller, Doc Rivers, Bob Neal with you. The two-ball competition. We've been talking about this, watching the practices, talking to the rules people, and getting excited about it. This could really be an interesting competition. And Doc, let's start with you first of all. And how about giving us an outlook, a perspective from a player's point of view about these teams?
Well, first let's look at the teams. You look at some of the great teams out there. Let's look at Houston first. You got Cynthia Cooper and Clyde Drexler. I like this team. I like the veterans on this team. Then Cleveland, Michelle Edwards, Wesley Person. Wesley said they need to get the 10-point extra. Charlotte, you got Glenn Rice and Andrea Stinson. New York, home people, Rebecca Lobo, Allen Houston.
Please direct your attention.
Los Angeles, Lisa Leslie, Kobe Bryant. I think they'll be the favorites, actually. Utah, Tammy Reese, Karl Malone.
Players have 60 seconds.
Sacramento, Ruthie Bolton, Holyfield, and Mitch Richmond. And Phoenix, I think Cheryl knows about this, Michelle Timms and Steve Nash.
That's the team to beat, baby.
Yes.
That's the team to beat.
Oh, man.
Cheryl, there are some things that are different about this. For instance, the women's three-point line is 19-9. The NBA is 23-9. Women shoot a little bit smaller ball, and the women, basically, are smaller.
Yes. Well, you know what? Initially, Bob, I thought that the ball size would be a problem, but after watching Michelle Timms, Cynthia Cooper, and Ruthie Bolton Holyfield light it up, as long as the ball is round, these ladies will be in fantastic competition.
Okay, we all have to make a pick. You first.
Hey, hands down, I'm going with the Phoenix group.
Oh, surprise.
Surprise?
Sacramento right here.
Wow.
Yes. I like Mitch Richmond.
Coaching could be an issue there.
Yes. Yeah. Coaching really has me nervous.
Glenn Rice, you heard it here. Glenn Rice, Andrea Stenson, Charlotte.
That's a good one.
My pick. We'll be back with 2-ball, the first ever 2-ball, in just a moment from Madison Square Garden.
It's time for the debut of All-Star 2-Ball.
It's showtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the debut of Nestle Crunch All-Star 2-Ball, and let's meet the competitors. From Phoenix, the Mercury's Michelle Timms and the Suns' Steve Nash. The Phoenix coach from Boys High School in Brooklyn, Connie Hawkins. From Utah, Tammy Reese of the Stars and Carl Malone of the Jazz. Utah's coach, longtime Jazz broadcaster Hot Rod Huntley. From Los Angeles, the Sparks, Lisa Leslie, and the Lakers, Kobe Bryant. And the coach for Los Angeles, three-time NBA MVP, Irvin Magic Johnson. From Sacramento, the Monarchs, Ruthie Bolton Hollyfield, and the Kings, Mitch Richmond. The coach for Sacramento, former King and current TNT analyst, is Reggie Theus. From Cleveland, the Rockers, Michelle Edwards, and the Cavaliers, Wesley Person. The coach for Cleveland, she's the head coach of the Cleveland Rockers, Linda Hill McDonald.
Watch your paper, Jeff.
From Houston, it's Cynthia Cooper of the Comets and Clyde Drexler of the Rockets. Coaching Houston, the head coach of the WNBA champion Comets, Van Chancellor. From Charlotte, Andrea Stinson from the Sting and Glenn Rice from the Hornets. And the coach for Charlotte, a member of 3 NBA championship teams, and current Hornets assistant, Paul Silas. And from New York, the Liberties, Rebecca Lobo, and the Knicks, Alan Houston. And the New York coach, Knicks Hall of Famer, Walt Clyde Frazier. The officials for tonight's All-Star Saturday events are David Jones, Monty
Right, we're just moments away from beginning the first ever 2-ball competition at All-Star Saturday night. Let's recap the rules once again for you. Ernie and Cheryl did a great job with this, but I'll just recap them. 60 seconds to score as many points as possible. You must shoot from all 7 spots or have a 10-point penalty. You must alternate shots, 10-point bonus if you score from all 7 spots. Maximum of 2 layups worth 2 points each, and a 1-point penalty for moving violations. And I will tell you that the score you'll see on our screen will be unofficial because there could be deductions right after the competition stops. Here's where the court is. The number 8, the 8-point ball, is just beyond the NBA 23-9 3-point arc. The 7s are about 18-foot shots. The free throw line, on the wing there, the number 5's about a 17, 18-footer. Then the layup, of course, and the one just between the free throw line and the dotted circle, about a 10-footer. And those are the point values for taking those shots. Now the money, the winner team will get $25,000 to be split 2 ways between the players. Second place is $10,000. Third, $5,000, and everybody competing gets at least $2,000. So it's that simple. It is an NBA skills competition. And one of the reasons that the slam dunk was replaced by this competition is for, like a lot of regular people around America and a lot of young women playing basketball and most young men, dunking is out of their realm.
Yes.
But this involves basketball skills, rebounding, passing, handling the ball properly.
Shooting, dribbling, hustling, everything. That's why I like this game. It gives you all the fundamentals.
All right, Michelle Thames comes out as the first shooters will be Phoenix. Michelle Thames, Gerald, you're ready to tell us about it.
Let's bring it on.
There's Steve Nash from the Phoenix Suns. International. Michelle Thames from Australia. Steve Nash, born in South Africa, raised in Vancouver, British Columbia.
And Cheryl loves this team. One thing I'd say about this team, Cheryl, we know that they have been practicing.
They certainly have been practicing, and you got to notice the quickness. Now, their strategy coming into this competition is very simple. They want the money baskets. They want to concentrate on 7, 8, and 6. They're not going to worry about trying to hit all the spots. They're not even worried about the 10-point deduction. As long as they're hitting it at the 8, they can make that difference up.
I like that. It's a gamble, because if you're not hitting it and you get to minus 10, it's bye-bye.
But if you're not hitting it, period, you shouldn't hit the
It's still
competition.
bye-bye.
All right, we're underway. 60 seconds. And Steve Nash hits his first one. The score running on your screen. They have 60 seconds. Alternating shots are required. This is for 8.
Yeah, you can see they're just going to go 8.
Michelle Thames misses the 8, and you see the long rebound
Now
from behind.
Yeah, that's the one area that could hurt you. If you're going for the long distance shot, a long miss is a long rebound.
I like that better.
That's a 7.
Going 7 and 8 is not a bad idea.
By the way, the 7 is the women's three-point line at 19-9. Michelle Thames, but beyond 24 feet, really missed both of them.
That's
21
a long
seconds.
shot.
Yeah. You know, they were really doing actually better in their warm-up with the crowd around them. I was wondering how they were going to react to it. A little nervous so far.
Only 12 seconds. A big score, a good score in this competition is up around 70 or so. So they're struggling. This will be 8 more. Well, they may not be struggling with 1.2 seconds. That would have counted, but it's waved off, and a score of 59 for the first competitors in the first ever 2-ball competition.
Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting.
It is exciting.
Now, is that 59 and then minus 10? Is that 49?
Well, we shall see.
We shall find out.
Going to Marquette, 59 minus 10 is 49.
Where Doc was all conference in math.
Yes.
No, there's no minus 10 because they said they shot from. Oh, there you go. There's the deduction.
Well, there we
There's the
go.
minus. I tell you what, the shooting towards the end, they really caught fire. I think Cheryl's right. I think they're a little nervous.
Well, there's the official score, 59, but they did not shoot. You have to attempt one shot from every spot. No bonus. That's making one from every spot. The final, 49. Steve Nash really kept him in this by hitting 4 from beyond the arc, which was 4 8-point shots. Now let's move right on. As you see, this is quick competition. The second team up, Michelle Edwards and Wesley Person from Cleveland.
No one picked this team.
No one picked this team, but they're making me a little nervous. Wesley Person said, I'm going to stay on the 8 and let Michelle do all the work. And Michelle certainly very mobile, slasher, played for the Rockets. I mean, one of the Rockers played one of the greatest games that I've ever seen against the Liberty.
Opening up with a Wesley Person 3. There's the 2 layup. Back to Wesley. Not this time. There's the next layup. Now, that's the only layups the teams can take.
They're only allowed 2.
I like their game plan.
Yeah, I
I thought
like
that
their
was
game plan.
really smart. Wesley taking the first 2 8s. They're doing the right thing so far.
The one thing about Michelle, she's allowing herself to get into the flow, starting in closer, whereas Michelle Thames starting from long, a little nervous, wasn't hitting the shots early on.
One thing I want you to notice, Wesley is staying on the 8. What Michelle is doing there, she's going to try to get to all the other spots so they still won't get the minus.
20
I like this move.
Yeah. Good. 20 seconds. It's interesting. As I said, they're scoring 70 and 80 in practice, but once the lights turn on and the game begins,
That's a lot different.
And when you smell the popcorn, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
There's no popcorn cooking
Boy,
early.
they're really just struggling right now.
Yeah, they are.
And that's deep. That is a deep 8.
and that
They needed that
did
one.
count. The 8 did count.
Let's hear it for Cleveland.
For Cleveland,
Wesley
the Rockers Blues and the Cavaliers, represented by Michelle Edwards and Wesley Person.
I like their strategy early. The problem, like Cheryl said, they just didn't make the shots.
They didn't make the shots. They got to, I believe they got to all 7 spots, so they will get 10 points.
So it's officially 40.
It's just 40. They didn't get, okay.
No violation points. They did get to all the spots. 40 points with no deductions, no penalties, no bonus, and that is the score. And right now, remember, only 2 teams advance to the finals. There's no semifinals. So right now, the number to beat to remain one of the 2 teams would be 40. Next up is Utah. Utah with the team of Tammy Reese from the Utah Stars. She's 5'6", 129 from University of Virginia, where she played her college ball, and Carl Malone. And Cheryl, Doc really loves their strategy.
Yes, I do.
Bring it on, Doc. What is it about this strategy?
I tell you what, the thing I like about this strategy is the lady does all the work. Carl Malone just stands there and shoots, and I like it.
And you'll notice that when she's running around, she will actually have time to go out and get Carl some water. I'll tell you, this is the problem with this ball.
Isn't this nice?
Hey, Carl has shot 2 3-points the whole season.
Yeah. But you know what? He's
only
the man.
made 1.
He's the man, and he has dictated the rules of the house.
And he certainly has. And the house is crumbling.
It is. The house is on fire.
Yeah, this house is going to come down on us.
See, Carl needs to move in a little bit. Carl needs to move in. But just like the man, the woman is carrying the team.
Carl is 1 for 5 from the 8-point mark.
But I like the strategy.
Hurry, Tammy. Hurry, Tammy. All right, now he's heating up.
Carl's on
11
fire.
seconds. Is Tammy going to get to all 7 spots?
The problem is retrieving Carl's bricks.
And she's expending a lot of energy.
Yes, she is. I bet Carl's got tired.
That shot did count. That was for 5. Well, I think the men's rights movement took a heavy blow.
Carl, first of all, should be carrying Tammy Reese off the floor.
Yes, he should. I agree. And he has no reason to sweat. None.
However, 43 points. Tammy Reese, despite having to do all the work, got to all the spots. They get a 10-point bonus, and right now they have 53 points to lead all competitors.
It was painful to watch, but it paid off.
Cheryl, just listen to the men who set the tone.
Look at that, Cheryl. I tell you, Carl Malone is on to something nationally, worldwide. What do you think?
What are you talking about? I can't believe you're sitting up here saying that.
I hope my wife's not watching.
All right, this way, exactly.
Reese was 6 out of 8. And now our next team up from the Comets, Cynthia Cooper, who is the elder lady in this.
Elder lady, but the MVP.
Oh, yeah.
WNBA. And this young lady can absolutely fill it up.
And Clyde Drexler, who's been an MVP himself, of course, one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history. Clyde is shooting threes at only 29%. Cynthia, 5'10" from USC.
There's a connection right there.
Yes. Need we say more?
Cynthia, by the way, in the spirit of gender cooperation, is engaged to an Italian men's team player.
All right.
She played the Italian league.
I'll tell you what, they're shooting the ball.
Clyde Drexler has stepped in and is more comfortable in his range. I like this. They're shooting the ball well.
They really are. The thing I like about this team, they're both scoring.
Yes, they are.
And they like lights.
Hey, they said exactly. Lights, camera, and action. And Cooper said coming to this competition, all we have to do is score. We're shooters, we're scorers. Once we get this game going, we're going to take it over.
Cynthia Cooper has not missed a shot.
I think she was the most serious in practice.
That doesn't surprise me.
She really was.
For 8, no. 9 seconds to go. For 4 points, Clyde, no.
You can see them pushing now.
Well, they're
rushing shots.
They're older players, remember. This will count. A great start.
Yes.
Did they get to every spot? Did they get to every spot?
They got to every spot, I'm pretty sure. So they're going to have 54 points.
54 points.
All right, this is the Houston team, the Rockets and the Comets. Cynthia Cooper and Clyde Drexler, no violations. They did get the 10 bonus points, and they are now leading this. Remember, only 2 teams advance to the final round.
So far, what I've learned from this competition, get to every spot.
You have to get
because
to every
that
spot.
10 extra points is huge.
It pads it, especially if you're not shooting the ball well.
All right, that's what stands now. The green lights on the left show you the 2 that are right now in the lead for advancing, 54 and 53. And we'll be back with the second half. The first up to shoot will be Lisa Leslie and Kobe Bryant.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden and the 2-ball competition, and we're here with the coach of the LA entry. Magic, you have seen 4 teams compete already. Changing any strategy now that you've seen them?
No, I think the main thing is try to get that bonus, that 10, make every shot around, and then hopefully that Kobe or Lisa will get hot and from the 3-point line. But we want the 10 points. That's been important to everybody. With Houston just getting 54, it was a key for them, and so that's what we want to do. Now, Cheryl, if you come on out here, I know I can win with you, but Doc,
All right, let's go back to Bob.
No, wait a minute. So Magic's trying to say that the weakness is here?
Yeah.
So he needs to get this.
Here are the standings, 54 and 53. This means Phoenix and Cleveland have been eliminated. So it's going to be Houston and Utah, or 2 teams that will beat those scores. Number 53 is the number to beat right now. Next up, Los Angeles. Lisa Leslie, 6'5", 170. What is it about Southern Cal?
Right here. Boy, I don't know.
Hey, something in the water, kid.
Boy.
Something in the water.
I think so, and of course she's been on hang time with Reggie Theus, so
That
you can
might
tell that
be
she's
it.
big time. It's been a year in Italy. She shoots very well from beyond the arc. And Kobe Bryant, the youngest all-star starter, the reigning slam dunk champion, and Kobe is shooting threes at the rate of 36%. 60 seconds, Kobe and Lisa.
The thing you like about Kobe, one thing he said, he's not here for fun. He's here to compete.
That's it. All they want to do is that prize money. Show me the money. You know what's amazing to watch Lisa is the fact that she's 6'5" and has range.
Yes.
And look at this, they're both giving each other's, it's like 2 dancers and both want to lead. You don't understand that, Cheryl.
I understand.
They need to make some shots.
I tell you, there's
Kobe missed from 10 feet.
I'm telling you right now, all the hoopla and all the hype about this being the favorite team,
Yes.
these guys are nervous.
They are struggling.
Go 8.
This is a
Hey,
young
let's go eight.
basketball
Let's go
team here.
Now look at, get a shot of Magic, because
That's
Magic's
all we
starting to
want.
panic.
Listen to it.
Oh, that's all we want. Stay out there. Hey, stay out there. All we want is 3.
Oh, they need more than 3. I tell you that. They need a lot of
Stay out
points.
there.
This will count. And a disappointing 27 unofficially.
We gotta wait.
Let's hear what Magic
They gotta
says here.
tally it up.
Well,
We
Magic
just
said they had to add it up.
we just didn't hit none. Oh, that's all we want. Stay out there. Hey, stay out there. All we want is 3.
All right, now listen, Lisa Leslie was 5 of 8. Kobe only 2 for 8 from any of the spots.
And
What do you think, Cheryl?
Hey, what is amazing is that when they initially selected these teams and they went around, this team rang up 93 points.
Yes.
Yeah,
They had
that
a
was
good day.
And that was a great day with no audience, without the cameras, without the hype.
Yes.
So Houston and Utah stay in the lead. Remember, only 2 advance to the finals. Next up will be Charlotte. From the Charlotte Sting, Andrea Stenson. Her nickname is Stent. When she was in high school, they called her Miss Jordan. She's been playing in Italy and France, out of North Carolina State, and she shoots 33% from the 19-9 3-point arc in the women's NBA, and she'll be shooting with Glenn Rice. And this is the team, may I remind you,
That's your team.
that I like.
But Bob, you should know one thing about Stent. She has no conscience. So it should be a good one.
That's good. You need no conscience.
Well, they got 2 guys like that. Because Glenn Rice is the same way.
Andrea Stinson puts in the 2-point layup. They go right back to Glenn Rice to keep going for the threes. Remember, he's a former 3-point champion in 1995 in the AT&T long distance shootout.
Now, Doc, you don't
Over
get
3.
your first two. When you step in somewhere, get your range, and then step back out, get your rhythm.
But this is a guy named Glenn Rice who thinks he can always shoot 3-pointers.
All right, that's a 7. This is for 5. Now for 8. This is a big one for them.
Wow. If Glenn Rice is not going to shoot well from the 3-point line,
He's got to step in.
they're in trouble.
And he is 0 for 4. Finally knocks one. Let's see. Have they gone to all 7 spots? You have to alternate shots. That's why Andrea is shooting in between. 2 in a row. This is for 5. This will be for 8. It'll count if it goes. It goes, it counts. Now, did they hit all 7 spots?
That's the question. I don't know if they did.
But I don't think they're going to have enough to be the top 2 anyway.
They finished with 44.
44.
Yes.
So the current leaders after 6 teams in first place, Houston. And in second place, Utah.
And Glenn Rice inside the arc was much better. And I think you're right, Cheryl. I think he should have started out that way, got the feel, and then stepped behind the line.
Okay.
Something. Did you notice the warm-ups? The guys didn't come out on the floor until late.
Yes.
Thinking they were going to turn it on. Hasn't happened.
There's the official score. No penalties, no bonus, 44. So the team that Cheryl picked, Phoenix, they're out of there. The team I picked, Charlotte, they're out of there.
Yes.
Doc?
Does that surprise you two?
Now, who did you pick?
Right here.
Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Let's see what happens.
You know, Cheryl just made a great point, Bob. She said the guys didn't come out here till late.
That's right. They didn't.
All the ladies were out here shooting, working. They were here at least an hour ahead of time. And I would say, so far, the ladies have absolutely outshot the guys in this thing so far.
I was hoping you would say that.
Yeah.
I was hoping you would say that.
It's
After
tough.
that.
It's tough.
Whole Karl Malone.
But Karl Malone's alive.
It'll forever be known as the Malone.
The Malone,
All right, here we go. This is Ruthie Bolton Hollyfield and Mitch Richmond.
Now, that's what I like to see. Is a guy taking the lead.
What is going on?
He just barely rattled that one home.
He scared me.
Of course, he doesn't know he may be traded over to the Sacramento WNBA.
He could be on a different team before this tournament's over. Easy.
Like right now, right before this 60 seconds is over. Mitch Richmond missing from long distance.
Well, you see him not stroking the ball very well.
Wow.
All right, Reggie, by the way, Reggie Theus is their coach.
That's my weakness. That is my weakness. Give me some ace.
baby!
See, he's just playing his role from hang time. This is...
I see you, Ruthie. Come on, baby. Got plenty of time. Mitch.
That's an 8.
Ruthie, give me some ace over there. Give me some ace.
That was a 7 here.
Big shot.
Did they get to all 7?
I think they did.
If they did,
It's all right.
you need 53 to tie for second.
47
In there.
47. Let's see if they shot from all... If they hit from all 7 for the 10. I don't think so.
Boy, that was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
All they had to do
They were moving
was
around.
shoot from each spot, and they were moving around. If they shoot from each spot, they are in the finals.
I'm never one.
Oh, wow.
I'm never one, Doc and Bobby, to be critical of the coach. That's the coach's responsibility.
That
think
is
this-
coaching mistake.
I think we need to make a change in the coach instead of this team. Reggie is out of there.
Critical.
So that's not enough to advance in Houston and Utah from the first half. Still standing up and now the hometown favorites from New York City. Rebecca Lobo from the Liberty. She's the youngest player on the Olympic team in '96. They're coached by Walt Frazier, the 33% range. For Rebecca's 29%. Alan Houston shoots at 38, of course, with the New York Knicks. 60 seconds. They've got to beat 53 to advance.
And I like their strategy. We asked him about it. He said, Doc, all we're doing is shoot. We don't care from where. We're putting it up.
Scores mentality. And last night, Rebecca said one thing. You know what? We had the best seat in the house. We're playing in our backyard, and we get to go last. We have no excuses.
She has a good point. I think going last helps. But not right now.
This is for 6. Once again, the woman hitting the shots more than the man. Alan Houston hits the 8. This is for 7. The bounce doesn't go for Rebecca Lobo.
No, they need some shots.
Now, see, this is when you need your coach calling out numbers.
Yes, because
So the
I don't know
second
if they
person,
know where to go.
exactly. The coach needs to make sure that there's some direction and guidance so they can get that extra 10 points.
Walt Frazier's calling for the ball. Wait a minute, they've still got a shot here, this team. Got to get back to the 7s and 8s, though. 8 seconds left.
Ooh,
That may have been the miss that
They need this one. They get this one, they're in it.
They got it. That's 44, but now to get the 10-point bonus,
I think
they will have
got
had to have made a shot from all places, remember.
Oh,
yes.
that's correct.
It's a 10-point
That's
deduction.
That's why Allen Houston continued to go to the free throw line.
And what happened?
It's where they didn't make it. Isn't that amazing?
They did
Free
not
throw
hit
line.
from the 4-point spot, which is the free throw line.
But you know what? None of them took free throw shots. They took jump shots from the free throw line.
So it's this simple. Here are the standings. Our two finalists are Utah and Houston, showing you what great handicappers we are. Houston with 54, Utah 53. These numbers don't advance to the finals. We'll be back in just a moment for the inaugural competition in
NBA All-Star Saturday Night continues on TNT.
It's TNT.
Welcome back to All-Star 2 Ball. It's time for the finals. Houston and Utah. Greg Sager.
Karl Malone and Tammy Reese, they are in the finals. Obviously, you went out there with a strategy. You made Tammy do all the work.
Well, we worked on this beforehand. I know Cheryl was killing me, but we had a strategy that I stand out there and shoot the 8. Tammy said, I don't mind running around because you're a big guy. You need to stay in one spot. That's what I did. I listened to my coach.
We always know he's one of the quickest players on the court. Same strategy for the finals?
Same strategy for the finals. We're going to go with what got us here, and when the big guy tells me to run around, I listen to the big guy.
All right, good luck in the finals. Let's go back to Bob.
Cheryl, I feel obligated to
We
give
should
you
send amen right now.
Let's give Cheryl a quick moment for comment.
Yes.
First of all, Carl, looking at the stat sheet this season, is shooting 500 behind the three-point
Yes.
arc, but has only taken 2 shots. I've got to kill that strategy.
Well, you know, he is the best three-point shooter percentage-wise in this tournament, though it's only 2 shots.
That's true.
And here are our finalists, Malone and Reese. And I really like Tammy's attitude about being willing to hustle for the big guy because it's harder for him to move around. I like that attitude. Houston with 54. Drexler and Cooper, the 2 oldest competitors in the tournament.
And then Karl Malone is no youngin'. So they got some veterans in here. That might be why they're in it, because of composure.
Composure, but you know what? I like the young legs of Tammy Reese.
Yes.
She's willing to do that leg work. I like their chances.
That's true. In the second round, age might hurt
will
you.
be a huge factor.
Not for Karl Malone, since he's not moving at all.
Remember, the scores
He'll
do
be
not
fine.
transfer. So we don't add into the scores from the first round. This is all fresh, brand new. 60 seconds, highest score wins.
The whole key to this strategy is Karl Malone making shots.
No question. He makes that, and Tammy Reese, if they can get that bonus, great shape.
Carl is 0 for 2.
One thing I'll say about Tammy Reese, I want you to look how hard she passes the ball to Karl Malone. There is no time.
That's good teamwork, good fundamentals.
That was for 8. Carl's 1 for 3.
Karl almost moved just then.
Wow. They're looking at that 10-point bonus.
Somebody bring him some Gatorade. All right, he hit 2 8s in a row.
They're in good shape.
Yes, they are.
This is the 4.
Oh, wow.
See, she's making them because she has not missed a shot yet.
And Karl Malone is on fire.
Yes, he is.
This is a big one. He goes down. Tammy Reese.
That's it, Tammy Reese.
Malone.
The WNBA in the house.
For 7, Tammy at the buzzer. No. But 51 points. And unofficially, we believe they made one from every spot. But we'll wait for a moment. Yes, they did.
Yes.
Unofficially still, but we believe they made one from every spot. That'll be a 10-point bonus.
You know, Tammy Reese is the key to this, because she has to not only go to every spot, she has to make it. And look at that pass. I mean, she is rifling
And
the
setting
basketball.
up Karl Malone.
Sure.
Fundamentals in this game.
Hey, all I have to say, WNBA is carrying the NBA.
I'm with you.
I'm telling you.
I'm feeling you on that one. That's tough for me to say.
I know it is. I know it is.
Let's hear it again. Try it again, Doc.
They're carrying the NBA.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, there's the 10 bonus. 61.
Wow.
Reese and Malone, and now From Houston, Cynthia Cooper. She's 35 years old.
But in shape.
22.2 points a game. 47% she averaged from the field.
Get ready, Houston.
Unanimously voted the MVP of the WNBA. Houston, of course, the champions.
Yes. See, I think there's huge pressure, not only for them to make shots, they know now they have to make a shot from every spot.
Yes, they do.
They're on their way.
That was a 6 by Clyde. Those are the 2 layups. They're finished with them now. That's the free throw. I think they're looking for this bonus. Those are the only free throws to be taken now. You can get a maximum of 2 from the 5.
They have a shot.
Yeah, they certainly do, and they're doing with teamwork. They're alternating shots, so no one's getting worn down.
They've got a hit from the 7 and the 8 yet, though.
That's the 8 right here.
Here's the 7, Clyde. All right, only one more spot where they have to make a bucket, and that'll come from the 8-point shot. This is about 24 feet away.
Bingo. This is going to be close.
Now
they need a couple more. They need 1-8.
Very big shot.
This is a big shot right here.
Drexler. Buzzer misses. They get to 10. Houston not only will have won the WNBA champion and be 2-time NBA champions in the 90s, but with that 73, Houston will be the inaugural All-Star 2-ball champion. And I'll say right now,
this is great.
I like this competition.
Forget about the dunk.
Yes.
Forget about the dunk. It's past it. 2-ball is here to stay.
Wow. I mean, this was great. This was great teamwork, great shooting, and great hustle by both people. How about that?
And Doc, next season, I like that. Dramatically, that was really, really good.
Yes,
but next season, you will see the guys coming out an hour before. Great teamwork, hustle work, great shooting. Carmelo looking up at the clock.
Oh, man.
Just missed out.
Well, so much for the men's movement, Carl. Nice try, but come back again with another idea next year. And Craig Sager with our winners.
Well, thank you very much. Holding up the fingers for number 1. Talk about the strategy. Obviously different than Utah's. Here you alternated.
Well, we try to alternate strategies, use our quickness. When you shoot, follow, get the rebound, kick it out, go back to your spot.
Yes, and Clyde was excellent. He's an excellent mover. He shoots from all the positions, so we wanted to take advantage of our quickness and the fact that we can shoot from all different positions. We wanted to make sure we did that.
Teamwork obviously a key. How often do you guys practice? When do you get to see each other being in Houston?
Well, being in Houston together, we practiced a couple of times. But Cynthia is just a natural shooter. She's a great shooter. She's a great competitor. I knew the minute they put people in the stands, it was all over.
And Clyde is the same way. He is a clutch performer. I knew just as soon as they blew that whistle, they said go, he was going to light up the nets, and that's what happened. I mean, he is a great, I am so fortunate to have Clyde as a partner. Yes, you
bring on the competition. We're ready.
It's the NBA All-Star Weekend, but Cheryl says the WNBA stole this competition.
WNBA is supposed to steal this competition. This is the first year of an integrated event, and we're happy to be pioneers of this great sport.
And the champions. Thanks a lot. Let's go back to Bob.
What tremendous spokesmen. Cynthia Cooper and Clyde Drexler. I don't want to quit. I'd like to see that again. But that's all we've got until next year. 73-61 in the final round. Cooper and Drexler the winners. They won both the first round and the championship. And the 1998 Schick All-Star Rookie Game is next.
Ladies and gentlemen.